Welcome. Cool. One sec. Welcome in, guys. I am Eric Weissman. I'm the host of the Secret Code podcast, and I also have a role as a CFI executive for SecretSwap. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is our first cross live stream, so you can actually catch this either on the Secret Code podcast YouTube site or also our new SecretSwap YouTube. We're going to have specific SecretSwap information, tutorials custom for that, so it's more user-friendly and interactive. So thanks for joining us today. Yes, the podcast graciously gifted some Alter accounts from the Alter team, who we'll introduce you to in a little bit. We'll be giving out 5 Alter Mail accounts to people who are participating in the audience today. So please ask questions, get involved. Alter is an awesome program, and the partnership between Alter Mail and SecretSwap is going to be huge. So today we'll go over a lot about the Alter token, a lot about what's upcoming for SecretSwap, some details about the partnership, as well as answer whatever questions you guys have. This is an AMA. So without further ado, welcome.
And ideas expressed in this podcast are not to be considered representative of any other parties affiliated with the Secret Network. We are not qualified to give financial advice, but if we were, we'd say market buy Secret aggressively.
For the community, by the community.
Welcome, team. So today here with us, we've got me and Ethan representing SecretSwap as CFI executives. And from the Alter team, we've got Oscar, founder and CEO, Scott, the head of partnerships and outreach, and Gabriel, software engineer. Guys, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Glad to be here. Nice to be here too, yeah.
So for a quick overview for some people who may have been completely in the dark and had no idea, like, hey, what's this Alter? I've heard about it before. They've got a token now. What's going on? Guys, what is Alter?
Yeah, thanks for the great question. Yeah, as for the intro starter, so basically Alter came as an idea to secure the privacy on messaging and communications between the users for teams and also for the companies. So the idea continue on to develop and also within R&D on the current solutions like Telegram, Discord, Slack, Session app, or Signal. So and also the email part is something that we find reluctant to privacy and also security because there's been so many data breaches, and also some of those platforms are not even encrypted. The same with like Zoom calls, like they did promise like to have encryption, but they didn't do it. They just updated their privacy policy, and that's all. The same with the Gmail are using their content for their own marketing reasons and recent statistics. It was told that around 3.2K per year they're getting per one free Gmail account. So that's kind of like an enormous amount that they're playing the games on your data. So, and of course the privacy aspect as itself, like we are entering into a new world with blockchain and smart contracts, and just makes sense that we can exploit that technology. Particularly in this case, it's Secret Networks SNIP20 technology, and we love the programmable privacy that we can achieve. So Alter is about all the communication and file sharing between the users, and in the future it will be a great replacement for the G Suite. So our end goal is that you have everything in one app, but plus it is a hybrid solution, so you can build the community as well. You can chat there. You have the calls encrypted. You have the messages shown only to the recipients, and everything that is being encrypted, you are the owner of the private key. So that's the biggest difference as well in our product approach, because not a single application at the moment is giving you out your private keys, or you can generate, if you have the knowledge, you can generate your own private key with the library that we have set on our side. So that gives us a complete advantage to being a non-custodial platform. So basically everything that is shared content-wise on Alter platform is purely between the sender and recipient, and we will be sticking out this approach to the rest of the features alongside in the future. Yeah.
Dude, I can't use this. I don't know how to use crypto. My mom's not going to use Alter Mail. She doesn't know what gas is. How are we going to actually get people involved?
Yeah, great question. So at the moment, it is a subscription-based access. So basically, at the moment you can enter Alter only by paying either cryptocurrency at the moment or paying directly with Secret. We have integration with that. But in the future, we'll have another approach that will enable more people to use Alter with the validator setup. So basically, you'll be able to stake X amount of token, for example, Secret Network. So it's SRT token. So basically, if you like stake X amount that we're gonna put out later this month, you'll be able to access through your Kepo wallet Alter for free, as long as you have been staking that amount on our validator. And that will be the first test on Secret Network. Once we're gonna verify that model and everything will be going good, we have partnered up with another so-called group. He's an investor. He's running like, I don't know, around 30 validators across Web3. So basically, he will be helping us to achieve the goal to become the Web 3.0 standard, because we want to have this possibility to work in a way that people are stop using Web 2 and make the switch. Like, we're building great products, we're building DeFi, we're gaming platforms, so many things, but still at the end we're ended up on Discord or Telegram, and that's ironic in a way.
Right. No, I cannot wait till your guys' chat feature launches. And that's supposed to be like really soon, right? Your
Yeah,
group chat?
correct. Yes.
Sweet. So if you guys notice in my back screen, I've got here my Twitter handle, the podcast Twitter, our website, but I also have my Alter handle. That is their updated logo and my username. So if you guys want to email me, please send it to Alter so we don't get all of our information hacked. I know you guys are sending me very, very pertinent information stuff. But in general, I'm also sick and tired of using all these Web 2 companies we're trying to break free from, where they're selling all of our intellectual property, selling all of our data, our credit cards, everything on the private market because they can. So this is actually private, not just theoretically private, not just if you trust us, it's private. This is trust-free, blockchain-backed, provably private communications, and not just an email alternative, which it is, but also group chats, video calls, Calendly, just an entire Google Suite version of products with more you guys can roll out with like private payments and what else that we've talked about on some of the podcast episodes before. So if you look through the Secret Code podcast with Alter Mail, we've had Oscar on twice and always one of my favorite guests. Love having you on, bro.
Thank you for having me.
So on the SecretSwap side, Ethan, what is SecretSwap?
For those of you who are unfamiliar with SecretSwap, SecretSwap is a decentralized app on Secret Network that protects users from front running. So it keeps those nasty bots from getting into your wallet. And it provides a decentralized exchange.
Yeah. So yeah, at the surface, it's solving $1 billion+ problem of the front running that, 1.4 billion on Ethereum this last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's huge. But beyond that, we're turning it into an innovative, like really front of the gang, decentralized application, which kind of like what Ultramail's doing with email and communications, SecretSwap's doing, where as a decentralized exchange, you don't have to trust an entity to deposit your funds. And then when you withdraw, I'm trusting that they will, or maybe they'll be like, oh, well, you have to solve all these security things, or you got flagged in our system, withdrawals are disabled. You always have your own money. You don't have to trust anybody else. If you try to make a swap on SecretSwap, your money doesn't send out until the other money's coming in. There's no time at all that you don't have your own money. And that's huge. But we're also doing it with privacy preserving assets like CeFi, their governance token, and like Alter, who are adding to the platform here pretty soon. So that does mean that Alter is coming out with a token. So guys, Scott, Gabriel, maybe, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Alter token?
Yeah, so the Alter token will be used for utility, mainly for paying for accounts and upgrades. So you'll have the ability to pay for additional storage, additional message capacity, and various different features. But that's really that's a Gabriel question right there.
Ooh.
So I'll pass it on to him.
Yeah, like for example, like when you register an account, for example, you could pay with your Alter token, and we'd be using that to deploy a contract. That would be such as like the inbox contract is something that we're working on right now. Our inbox contract, for example, when you send a message, it'll store a little bit of message metadata, such as a little hash of the message, the content itself, as well as a little timestamp, and we'll be paying via that. A user will pay for that with the Alter token.
Yeah, additionally
example.
to that, I could add about the token is part of it will be also used for the governance, because we do truly trust that our engaged community and professionals that are on as early supporters are definitely to hear about. And I really love what Eric was today on the podcast about shades. So they have also a great community, and people are giving a lot of like feedback to. So basically, we want to do similar like to that to enable our community and put to vote all the changes, all the features and partnerships along the way, but mostly to the product side. And also we'll want to have a governance for the dev teams, because we have already previously mentioned that in our blog post that we have reserved also part of the token fund to support developer teams. So basically, imagine the possibilities that you have a G Suite, but you can be a dev or dev team to add an extra feature, and that will be supported from our side. I mean, that's something amazing and truly that we want to achieve here, is that like that will be the standard of communication, and truly enabling the community we can achieve it. And in regards of the staking, so basically we'll not be increasing the max supply, so as Secret Network is actually doing, or and everyone else. So we have actually a workaround for that. So that kind of is a game changer actually. So we'll be using, so since we are using Secret Token for the message verification for as the gas, on a quarterly basis, we're going to be checking how much we have used the Secret Token for the gas, and that will be connected to the Alter token value as well. And basically, we'll be kind of burning it, but in a sense that is going, the burn is going actually to the reward pool of the staking of Alter. Maybe Gabriel, you can explain a bit more smarter than me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so
please.
when you spend your Alter token, our idea is that we don't want to increase the max supply because it'll dilute the actual value of Alter. So our plan is to actually, every time you use the Alter token, we burn it back into our staking mechanism. And so the idea is that Alter as like a token itself will have a deflationary like supply. Hopefully is the plan. So let's say for every time you spend Alter, it'll go towards the like the APR of what's happening for the staking. So it should be kind of fun. Should be a good way to bring tokens out of circulation.
Yeah, and a good way to lock up your tokens to earn more, to
Yeah.
keep set of
Exactly.
equity or whatnot in the project. So yeah, I love it. And so yeah, the way this works, as I understand it, is you pay for a subscription a year, however you want to do it, and then all the gas transactions are happen behind the scenes. So if your mom, your boomer family is trying to use this, and I don't get this crypto stuff, but private communication should be good. I'm in some Telegram groups, and I don't really want some of the stuff getting out, or they just are tired of all their data being stolen and all of the security risk. Like right now, there's a Telegram kind of hack going on because Telegram default sets to auto download data. And so people are going in and having them download. Ethan, you know about this, right? Can you explain that a little bit better? I'll take that as a strong maybe.
Who were you talking to?
You.
Oh, well, you were asking about the Telegram echelon thing?
Yeah, you're good at that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so currently they have this exploit going around where they can auto download a virus to your computer and compromise every single cryptocurrency wallet you have on your machine, which is pretty freaky when you think about it. And yeah, that's one of the major dangers out in DeFi. This is a relatively unregulated space at this point in time, and I expect that to change over the course of the next few years. But it is kind of the wild, wild west right now, and people are out here really doing it. So be careful, stay safe, never give your seed phrases to anyone. If you ever get a message from Eric asking you for 5 ETH, it's probably not Eric.
Probably. I'd ask for 6. No, it is a big thing. We have tons of people impersonating us, all the people here, as admins of various Telegram groups coming in like, hey, you needed support? Connect your wallet here. Never type in your seed phrase. Do keep everything safe. But if you're using Telegram and these unprotected messaging systems, then they can still force your computer to download stuff if you're not very careful. And all of your information is public, and they do have access to your stuff. And if you start migrating your team's intercoms to Alter chats, which we're all set to do for the SecretSwap side, now it really is private and secure. You can't have people coming in. It's you're not going to be able to impersonate somebody. Like, it's very clear who somebody is and whatnot. So I'm personally really stoked. You guys are building out an awesome platform.
Thank you. Yeah, and additionally to the token itself, so basically also the token will be distributed in a way that if you participate in our alter ego referral program that is being currently developed, or you are staking, you'll be, or providing liquidity, you'll be sharing the so-called revenue in terms of the traction growth. So basically, there's this so-called calculation where the minimum is, I guess it was 6 till 20%. So basically it's based on traction. As much as people are more using Alter or people are sending messages, so there's this always this added benefit to it. So we want to really incentivize it in a way that Alter stays here and it will be forever. And thirdly, we want to bring the platform itself to all the possible corporates and companies in the worldwide once we're going to have the desktop and iOS and Android application where, for example, we have already law firms using it because it is a good replacement already for the emails since people are using them to send due diligence documents or to set up like legal structures. That is super important, and all internal stakeholders should know that. We know the Panama documents, and of course we know the results of it, that they were using actually emails, and that's all. Like, of course, not the best use case, but that's reality. And the same with politicians or media side as well. So a lot of emails are being exposed. So that's another way that we want to secure, and that's why we were going to be introducing the email privacy breach.
Awesome, and congratulations for that partnership with Hillary Clinton. That is big moving forward. No, we've got a comment here from Bearish Bull saying you're here from CryptoCito. That's awesome. Oscar was talking about how great Shade's doing, and they were on CryptoCito channel earlier today. So do check out his YouTube channel and that interview with Carter Wetzel from Shade. It was wonderful. And one key line from it that
yeah, the show is
key
over
line.
I think we lost it.
Let's speak further on. Our milestones for this year is actually to achieve at least 100,000 users. And in the future, definitely by end of this year, we hope to reach at least 500,000 users, enabling people to use Alter through the validator setup. So it really depends on the so-called validator setup, how fast we're going to go. We have locked in also a lot of strategic investors that are representing different networks, and we are really tied to huge collaboration. And also we have planned audit on the token side, smart contract, and also for the whole solution starting from mid-February till the May. I hope people hears us. Or
Yeah, I'll continue to talk a little bit about how we plan on gaining a little bit of traction. So I've been reaching out to various different ecosystems to just really try to figure out what their needs are in their community. We talk about everybody being on these Web2 platforms like Discord and Telegram for their communities. So that's definitely a use case for Alter that we're looking to expand into. But there's also various projects in Web, hey Eric, in Web 3 that a lot of these platforms lack communication. So there's a lot of projects like Desmos, for example, is building a layer 1 social media network on the Cosmos ecosystem. So people will be building different social media apps, but there's no communication between the user and the person publishing data.
Hey guys, I totally warned him before the show this was going to happen. I'll get a blue screen of death and get dropped out because it's karma. Because I went on Terabytes and the same thing happened to Pete. It was hilarious and I was nervous. I'm like, just be ready because I'm totally going to drop out at some point. But I love the suspense. I was talking about Carter. The line that he dropped before I dropped was, "You can't fork community," and I really did. I really did like that line because it's true. While you can take this open source code that we're all happy to contribute to and whatnot, you can't just kind of recreate something and expect to get the same hype and the same belief behind it if you're not the real driving force behind it. If you haven't garnered the the human capital and the real world support from people who believe in what you're doing. And they're doing a great job with that in Shade. And you guys have been doing a great job with that in AlterMail. And we hope to do the same thing with SecretSwap.
Yeah, I mean that's really perfect, and I love seeing so many great projects coming out of Secret Network, and I think that's why we're being more recognized and definitely building the future. Carter, he was like so super hyped about that he will work until he'll be able to buy coffee with Silk.
Yeah.
I can say the same. Like I will work until we have a secured hardware module that you can plug into your computer, and you don't need to trust anymore your hardware or laptop or mobile. So that's the end goal. Like, and people will be stop using the G Suite, will be stop using the applications that are taking advantage on it. And if the application is free, there's something wrong with it. Definitely, that's of course on our side we'll be working on a freemium model, but with limited features. But at the end, you cannot get so much funded in order to run multiple years without any kind of revenue. So that's something to question about always. And as well, the partnership across the blockchain networks other will definitely make the impact and will be more recognized, and hopefully we're going to gain this so-called competitive advantage in the market against the G Suite or Telegram or Discord. So yeah, let's see how it goes, but overall we are so well planned as well, and we are onboarding new team members. We have now, in the recent 2 weeks, added 3 more developers.
Nice. All right, we got a question here from Archaic. And how many users are there currently? He's curious about what percentage of growth Alter is aiming for.
Yeah, at the moment, when we're gonna launch another partnership, so we'll be reaching out above 4,000 active users on Alter. That was achieved without kind of like marketing at the moment, because at the we just received like funding, so we're gonna expand a lot there. But it was just our own effort for that, and also taking in mind that this is only starting phase of the product because we launched only in October. So relatively, it is around 3 months that the product is live there. And the percentage growth aiming for this year. So let me calculate. There should be a background noise like doo. So basically, I mentioned that we want to achieve at least 100,000 users this year, like minimum. But we definitely can enable the growth through the validator setup and with the staking. So that will have the huge accessibility to Alter, and we can definitely achieve more than 1,000 users by that only setup. Not to mention also the Web 2 world, because at the moment I'm just mentioning what we can achieve on Web 3, so that's our like main focus. But definitely all the corporates, companies, law firms, and public health is something already that they're searching for their internal and external communications.
That's awesome. Ethan, I love that you're live on the podcast and you're still helping users in the chats. True
Waste
DGen.
goes, bud.
Part 2 from Archaic. Also, when Alter launches chat options, is there a plan to launch a local public chat room for Alter users?
Yeah, that's
public group chat.
That's a good question. Scott, you want to take this?
Yeah, Alter will definitely have our own community on our platform. So our community building will begin with us. So we'll have different rooms to communicate, similar to Discord. Well, you'll have a community page, maybe a developer page, outreach, awareness, kind of all the same sort of channels that you see going on Discord. So that'll kind of be the first community that we build out, and then we'll extend into CeFi and then the other secret network projects, and then a few of our partners that we've built through the Cosmos ecosystem, and then relationships through our investors into other projects. And building these communities like Discord will definitely help user growth, because we're able to access a lot of different user bases that we don't necessarily reach in Secret. Secret's a a little bit of an echo chamber in our own minds, which we're trying to extend and expand our reach into different ecosystems. So we're getting there. No more, what was that comment? NFT game or something that YouTuber said last week. So.
Yeah. And yeah, while you guys have had your Alter Mail Telegram group for now, I can't wait till you guys offer a Telegram support chat in Alter Chats to give it back to their community. We're taking over. And from Adam, how does Alter compare to Session?
Oh, good one. All right. Scott, you could take the table and then I'm going to comment. We have the so-called app comparison already.
Yeah.
Evan's like, oh, my email's private enough. Okay.
Yeah, so Sessions is a I'm sorry, can we flash that question up one more time? Okay, there it is. Yeah, so Sessions is a private communication platform. So it's strictly messaging in between users and groups. So Alter will really expand into file sharing, file management, and the productivity, which includes the calendar. So we're really adding a lot of different features to add utility to a messaging app. Because a lot of these apps that we see right now that are privacy focused are really limited in features. And when you have to sell a product solely based on privacy over easy use, like Telegram or Facebook Messenger, there's a little bit of a hurdle. So we realize that we have to add utility to an Alter account, which it then kind of leads us into some of our partnerships that we're looking to do, like in-game chats using Alter IDs into various different games, blockchain games, metaverses, and stuff like that. So from a privacy side, that's something Oscar can touch on.
Yeah, so basically I'm always testing all these applications as well. So I have actually Session up here, so I'm a user as well. I have so far seen that, so basically the session ID that they provide is similar like to us, that they're providing like a random generated numbers and alphabet letters. So that's all. So that's one of the things that we are overlapping. But in the backend, so basically they just have the nodes, nothing else. So basically they're distributing the so-called shared data across the nodes, and that's all. What is going on to blockchain and what is going there. So basically the privacy side is not there yet for them. And third thing is about the private key. They don't give me out the private key, or I cannot generate my own. And that's another step why I don't trust application if I cannot use my own private key, or I can generate somewhere that I can use it and see it. And that is lack of trust. And at the moment, there's only the chat feature into the session app, nothing else. Chats, and you can add files, and that's all. And it's pretty laggy, actually. Of course, they're using the kind of good approach of the encryption. So that's something that we all did from due diligence. So our CTO did read their whole white paper and did make sure that once you exceed the limit of the chatting group, the privacy aspect, like the security on the encryption side, it just goes down like non-existent. So what we want to achieve on our side is that we will make it possible in a way that you have more users in a safe side, and then if there's always a limit in the encryption side eventually, because how we want to do it is that each single user is actually using the private key and re-encrypting with another person's private key. So imagine that. So there's thousands of people into one channel, and that takes time. And I mean, if you don't have the latest computer and you're using browser at the moment, then yeah, it will be laggy. That's why we will be limiting that. And of course, there was the previous question about the public one. Yeah, we can add later on, of course. We want to launch the first version of the chats and channels, and then see from the community all the important feedback. But yeah, we always think about the privacy first, and also how we can use it more decently from how many users can be in the chat group. But yeah, all the additional features that Scott mentioned, Session doesn't have, and I don't think so. They will be pivoting there.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for that information. Thank you for the question, Adam. Obviously, Oscar, CEO of this guy, knows a lot of stuff about this. Shocking. That is a lot about Alter, a little bit about SecretSwap. I saw a Medium article drop the other day about Alter Mail and a partnership and something about contributing to an infinity pool. Ethan, what is this really coolly named infinity pool?
Yeah, so the infinity pool is essentially an aggregate rewards pool. What that means is there is a whole basket of assets that we're creating through partnerships and other means to provide staking rewards to people who participate in SecretSwap governance. And that way you're earning CFI, you're earning Alter, you're earning XYZ. You know, there's a whole list of tokens that you'll be earning as we make these partnerships and as we expand this program. And that's really powerful. On most of these other platforms like PancakeSwap, you have like the pools interface that allows you to stake a single asset for another asset. This is basically all of that jammed into one. Yeah, it's a pretty cool program.
Yeah, so instead of staking CFI to earn CFI, or staking CFI to earn Alter, or staking CFI to earn other assets, there's just going to be one new staking pool that has governance oversight where you earn CFI and Alter and other assets to come. So now people were talking earlier in the Telegram, like, oh, is there an Alter airdrop to secret stakers? There is not. But if you stake CFI, you will earn Alter. And part of that negotiation is now, as the Alter token drops, it is going to have a nice, solid liquidity hub here on SecretSwap at secretswap.io, where you can liquidity provide with Alter and USDC, or you can liquidity provide with Alter and Secret. So either of these, and you will earn substantial amounts of CFI rewards. So we're going to try to get a lot of liquidity. It is a good, solid partnership. And then also, they mentioned the Alter staking platform, where you can stake Alter to earn more Alter based on the usage. We'll also have that Alter staking platform there on SecretSwap. So super excited for the Infinity Pool, and super excited to have Alter on as our first partner and contributing entity. Gabe, how exactly do you use the smart contracts to recover? I don't know. To use the recovery feature.
Yeah. No, this is something more experimental we're working towards right now, and it's like basically as soon as you create your Alter account, right now you have to remember your private key that's associated to your Alter account. And what we'd like to do is we actually want to take the private key and put it into a secret contract on chain. And one of the mechanisms we're currently exploring for recovery is either like just how you do on Web 2, like username password, because that's a possibility right now, where you could just use the smart contracts as like a database. So you could try to log in, and if the login doesn't work, you don't get your private key. If it does, you do. That's one way we were working towards recovery. Another way is actually using like with how permits work. We could use the private keys, like your Bitcoin key or your Litecoin key, or really virtually any other chain. We can allow recovery through a signature. So as soon as you create the contract, you put in your let's say your like Bitcoin public key or your Litecoin public key, and then later, let's say you forget your Alter username, and you really want to access your emails. So you sign a little message saying, hey, this is me. You use your Bitcoin private key, you sign the message, you query the contract, and the contract with the public key that you've embedded just verifies the signature, and it gives up the private key. So it should allow some like without a central service recovering your private key. Should be nice.
Awesome. Yeah, very cool. Do we have any more questions, Paul or Joe? All right, cool. From Ryan on chain, does messaging of Alter imply that Alter supports API queuing service between system?
Yeah, I don't think that I will be able to answer that, since I don't know the backend so much.
Gabe,
maybe you know from Alex says.
I'm not exactly sure what it means by a service between system, but like messaging is just like messaging between users. Currently, when you send a message, the actual message contents get stored encrypted by Alter, and then a little bit of message data that like gets inserted into your like recipient's inbox, and that allows the recipient to look up the message. So I'm not exactly sure what the service between system bit means though. That is how the messaging works.
Alter is only alter to alter users currently.
Yeah, it's alter to alter. Yeah.
We'll be using the email bridge, which will kind of be like a generalized email that'll be sent out that'll allow someone saying who's on Gmail, for example, to reply. So we will have access outside of Alter in the future, but a Gmail user would still reply inside of Alter, and it'll remain Alter to Alter communications.
Maybe additional to the API, so we're also going to be working throughout January 2 about the public API. So basically, any other dApp that is being built can add alter chats messages to their solution. So that will be cool.
Awesome. And so I got a little screen share here of your guys' current website. This is altermail.live, where you can sign up for new accounts. I saw that earlier in the chats, as well as log in if you currently have one. And do you guys still have your roadmap on here? Is it updated? Because I've seen some really ambitious ones. Here we go.
No, it's not yet updated. We are currently
Okay.
working on staging today, and we're going to release it soon.
But yeah, here's Oscar. We got more people on the team now, too. You guys have been hiring out fantastically. But yeah, altermail.live for the current website. All right, 1 second. Do you guys have any other questions currently in the chats? Ethan, you responded about the cashback.
Yeah, so cashback is currently offline. Currently, we're looking at ways to make that more rewarding and effective. We're basically trying to revamp the whole program so that it's like way better than it was. It just wasn't very effective in its first iteration. So we're looking at redoing that whole program and finding a way to make it go into the future.
Awesome. And guys, hi Shajin, but also feel free to ask more questions. This is an open AMA. We've gone through a lot of the overview of the topics, but while questions come in, Scott, would you be comfortable doing a screen share of perhaps using Altermail and what it currently looks like?
Yep, of course. Let me know when I can start.
Well, so yeah, there you go.
All right, cool. So yeah, again, to go over the website. So if you wanted to register and sign up for Alter, you would click up here at the top or get started. During the registration process, you're able to sign up. You add a password and then you confirm it, and then you are generated your 10-digit Alter ID. And then there's a paywall once you enter. So once you make a payment and upload your key pair into the smart contract, you are then at the landing page of Alter. So from here, you can see I have a few messages. We have
CFI hype.
CFI hype. I'll get into that message that I sent myself here in a little bit. But we have dark mode for you adults in the room, as Eric likes to say. We have our settings here, so you can see my user ID, which is what I refer to as the Alter ID. That's what you're using to communicate to other users. You're able to change your username, which usernames are not used for communication right now. They're more of a way for a user to identify another user, and the username is only displayed when you're making communication and interaction with another user. So
or they're displayed on your green screen right over here. If anybody wants to send me an email, I use Alter instead of email. For anyone who has an Alter account, that is my preferred way of reaching me.
Yeah, and I believe all of our team has our Alter ID in our Discord profiles and
nice
somewhere on social media. So get into a little bit of what a message looks like. So yeah, sent this over. I added some bold, italic, and underline indicators to Alter and CFI, and showed off a little bit of numbering so you can do bullet points. And I also attached two of the dankest memes that we have from our community to.
I don't believe you. Prove it.
I would have to download it and then share a different screen, which doesn't work on Linux.
Fair enough.
But they're dank. I can share them later.
They're dank. You heard it here first, boys.
So yeah, you can attach multiple messages to multiple files to a message. So currently up to 25 megabytes of data, and then multiple files as well. So down below here, you can see that I have unable to decrypt mail. What does this mean? Why can't I decrypt them? It's because I previously had a different public-private key pair for this account. So when I was using this account previously, I was talking to somebody and I wanted to delete their messages, and there's no better way to make messages currently unreadable on the internet than to upload a new key pair into the contract, which then doesn't allow your messages to be decrypted. So a little more overview, you can expand the view. So as you can see here, it should feel pretty intuitive and like many other messaging apps in the future. So yeah, you can compose a message, see your inbox folder. One thing I did want to go over is a cool feature of Alter. So this is a feature that you can check to make sure your message has been confirmed on the smart contract and that your messaging is secure. So this is actually a tool that's built by our friends at Button Group. So I can show this really quick. You're essentially just copying all of this information over, and then drop down the parameter, copy the key in, copy the value, drop the type to raw, and then click submit. And then you can actually see that we are looking for this invalid hash pairs with the brackets. That's actually the indicator that the hash is stored into the smart contract. So as you can see down here, we got the result we're looking for. So that's a little cherry on top to know that your messages has been sent and has been received by another user. So there's Timber. Yeah, so it's a lot of people like to say during email conversations that I didn't receive that email, even though you sent it to them. So this is a little confirmation that they did receive the message that you sent.
Hit them with actually. Here's proof. No, that's awesome. It does show that one of the benefits of using blockchain. I know it's a buzzword, just like www. or .com was back in the initial internet boom, where you have pet.com, pets.com, which one's going to be the internet store. Well, blockchain actually does have utility, but you have to use it for the right purposes. And it is a data center that can store open source knowledge, which Secret Network has the benefit of private contracts, but you still can have your viewing keys and still access and prove that the data is there and what you say is true is true. And it's something that can't be changed by teams that you just have to trust. So I do like you guys and I do trust you, but I trust you a lot more because I don't have to. We got a question from Eric. Wonderful name, by the way. Could be spelled better, but is there a way to try it before you buy it?
Yeah, so basically, if anyone is super interested in trying out the Alter, Scott can help you out and give you some demo account to do it. Yeah, and we're gonna plan also a small fix on the subscription side. So once we're gonna have the free trial subscriptions, we could give out a bit more to people who are interested trying out. But as I mentioned, we're currently developing, and the roadmap was good. The people are joining, and we are definitely kicking in a lot of features. And not to mention that we will have secured also a third-party company that will be delivering us iOS application 81 in Apple Store. And then basically also we're going to be pushing out the Android application too.
So getting your phone app, Ultramail on your phone, on your iPhone or your Google Play Store, that is huge and that is awesome. I cannot wait. So don't you just trust Apple themselves with all your information? Why not just use Gmail? That's awesome, guys. And you did mention when you were on my show a couple weeks ago that there would eventually be a freemium model for this, so that there could be a non-paid subscription for some limited usage.
Yeah, so basically the idea is that we can bring more actually from the Web 2 world to Alter, because in Web 3 world, like, everyone is holding some token and everyone can actually stake. So that enables you to just stake it and forget about it. So, and you can access the Alter in regards of the freemium, so basically there's going to be B2C market, so limited features for the freemium model, and then B2B will have free trials, so we can onboard companies, corporates, and organizations to use Alter and try it out before they buy in the corporate plan. And also they're going to be easily to manage the users on their company side.
Cool.
An admin panel.
Absolutely love it. So you guys have an awesome product. It's fully functional. I've been using it, but more functionality is coming. We're going to have an email bridge. So right now it's Alter to Alter, but eventually you can email your boomer family who can't figure it out yet, who's still using Gmail, and at least your side of it's private. But how exactly do we get the Alter token if you guys are doing a token drop?
Yeah, so basically regarding the token itself, we'll be hosting a public sale on 20th of January on CNN Network on their landing page. So basically they're actually working in the dark side on a lot of things actually. So Sienna is alpha as well on Secret Network, like rest of us, you know.
Yeah.
And then basically you'll be able to access it onto the public sale. And definitely we will be thinking about rewarding the Alter users. So stay tuned. We cannot tell more, but yeah,
I absolutely love it. So you guys have done private sales to build up the funds, to build this out, get your partnerships, pay your team and on board, which is awesome. But now you're going to be doing a public sale so everybody can get involved. And then once you have these tokens, we've got a question from Gordon. When will Alter be on SecretSwap? And will there be an LP with CeFi? I regret to inform you there will not. It will be on SecretSwap, and it will be partnered with USDC and with Secret. So one of our big things since Ethan and I have kind of taken over as CeFi executives is we need to create actual value capture for the CeFi token. Notice the price hasn't been that great. This isn't financial advice here on this show, but we do need to capture value for the CeFi token. And one way to do that is with the Infinity Pool. And so, yes, we listed the IBC partners with the CeFi token because we also listed them. They didn't contribute anything. But as we have internal in-house partners that are contributing to CeFi stakers, stake CeFi, you will earn Alter tokens in addition to CeFi. We're going to give you guys nice, fat, liquid pools, both with USDC and with Secret.
Yep.
Excellent question, Gordon. You guys have any more questions? Anything else you guys want to talk about with your upcoming roadmap?
Yeah, we got a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot of partnerships, a lot of going to the Cosmos ecosystem. So I'm looking to get a lot of new users and add a lot of ability to the account.
There's actually one, Scott, that you can definitely share is about. So basically what we want to also achieve is that we'll have this DVPN Sentinel. So that will be integrated later on into the Alter. So basically once you're going to use Alter, you'll be also using the VPN services onto it.
Yeah, so a little bit about that is obviously it's not a of course my dogs start barking now. It's not a feature that can be done on a web browser. So this would be a feature that would be added to a mobile app and a desktop app, as well as something potentially inside of the hardware module. So what we're kind of looking to do is run a validator on Sentinel and also run various nodes on potentially on the Akash network to run our exit nodes. So then, anytime a user connects to the mobile app, for example, before it pulls the data down from the smart contract, that you're actually able to query the DVPN before you access it. So then DVPN also allows us to, through the use of our nodes, accept our own payment methods, which would then be through the Alter token. So you're able to then purchase the Sentinel service, which their whole business model is essentially white labeling a VPN service and calling it yourself. So Alter VPN is some alpha that Oscar dropped on Secret Podcast. So
Love it.
Very exciting.
Go ahead. Love to keep the best alpha here on our show. One more question from Eric. Where can I find out more about the token sale?
Yeah, so I think the first stop would be actually our blog. So basically, it's blog.alterml.live. So you'll be seeing on the Medium everything that you need now about the token sale. And also by end of this week, we'll be publishing more details about the public sale too.
Blog.altermail.live. All right, went ahead and put that in.
Correct.
And we got one more question from Ryan. What payment method do you accept for the yearly subscription? Credit card, stables, etc.
So we accept a lot of cryptocurrencies, including also Secret and also, of course, other privacy coins like Monero. So you can stay completely private. So and then we're thinking about adding the payment gateway for the credit card. So basically, people who are still boomers and old guys that not non-crypto, you'll be able still to buy and access Alter. So we will make that happen. And all the data will be done on their service provider, not by us. So basically, we will not be accessing or seeing the payers data that will be provided upon your credit card, for example. So that will be completely on the service provider.
Awesome. And I know a lot of you guys did tune in. We did say that we will be giving away 5 Alter accounts for those of you guys that were here and participating through the show, even potentially more than me as I drop out here and there. But we have some winners for you participants who have been staying involved, and that is Archaic, Adam Burke, Ryan On-Chain, Joaquim, and Gordon. Thank you guys so much for your live questions and your participation. We will happily... Oh, that's cool. I posted from both at the same time. Or yeah,
Look at that.
I love it. That's a cool thing about using 2 different stream platforms at once. But guys, go ahead and stay involved in the comments, and we will reach out to you guys and hook you up with some a free yearly subscription to Alter Mail provided by this wonderful Alter team you see before you. So thank you guys for helping support the podcast and giving stuff to our listeners and incentivizing viewership. We love everything you guys are building and are happy supporters of your guys' product and platform. So.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Shade Protocol. Shout out to the guys at Button Group, and also shout out to the guys at the Jackal. We want to collaborate more, and we're gonna do, and definitely gonna.
Oh no! Did it happen? No. Oh, there. Oh, he's back. He's back. Okay, you cut out.
There we go.
But yeah, Jackal will be huge as well. So hopefully you guys hear about them a little bit more here on the SecretSwap YouTube channel, as well as the Secret Code Podcast YouTube channel.
And follow Sienna about updates about the landing page of Altru too. So thank you guys.
And you guys should have more info on that coming in this next week.
Yeah, we should also be dropping a detailed post about the Infinity Pool and what you guys can expect from that, and kind of the mechanics and everything else laid out for everybody nice and neat. So keep your eyes on the Medium, and yeah, thanks for coming out, guys.
And if you're staking CeFi, get ready to move it to the new pool for high rewards, including in more tokens than CeFi, and that will be the new governance pool for SecretSwap. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. I hope all you in the audience enjoyed this and got some good feedback. We're always happy to answer your questions synchronously, like here, or async, and we hope to have more live stream and AMMs for you, or AMAs for you guys soon. 1 AMM, maybe 2 is good enough.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for